Hello, this is my 2004 VY2 HSV Clubsport R8 in Sting Red. This particular vehicle is on TradeMe advertised for $59,990. Price is firm because it's done 53,000 kilometers only, and it is a 6-speed manual. Vehicle is insured and it is valued at 65k. That was about 2 months last year, so I'm not saying it will have increased more than 65k, but what I am saying is if kept in this sort of condition, the vehicle is it will increase in value. Put it this way, it won't go down in value. I wanted to do a new video because the last one upset me in terms of the color, and that's because bright red in bright sunlight can look a bit orangey, and I wasn't quite happy with how it reflected the car's condition. And I just wanted to show how good the paintwork is on this particular car. When I got it, I wanted to make sure that everything was show ready, so that's why the whole front looks the way it does. It's never been in an accident or a crash or any of those sort of things. It's just that I'm extremely fastidious, and I didn't want... There was about 4 or 5 stone chips across the front valance, the silver part. There was a couple on the bonnet, but I wanted everything done so I could take it to shows. It was never going to be a daily driver. That was not my intention with this car, and that is why it looks the way it does. Part of that as well is I got all 4 wheels refurbished. 2 of them had slight curbing marks. Again, nothing really huge, but I didn't want anything to have any marks, so I insisted that they did all 4 wheels because I didn't want a slightly different shade, because when they sit over time in the light, they can sort of I wouldn't say fade, but you can tell which ones will be just refurbished and which ones haven't. So I made sure and just paid that extra and got all 4 done. At the same time, I also got the hubs done, which is the silver part you can see behind the wheel. And the reason for that is because, again, over time, this is a 17-year-old car, they begin to look a bit weathered. So I wanted to make sure, once again, it was as good as a new one. Yes, it's 2004. I appreciate it's not a new car, but if you're going to just take it to car shows, you want it to be as good as it can be. The only other thing that I have bought and not done are these little side graphics, these Clubsport ones. They do all fade over time. I think it's just the plastic or whatever the hell they're made out of, but they all fade like that. So I bought them. A pack from Australia that has 2 Clubsport, 1 for each side. It's got 3 285 badges, 1 for the rear and 2 for the front guards, and it has a new R8 one for the rear tailgate. But in all honesty, the R8 one on the back is actually perfect, as you can see in the top right hand corner. But that was a couple $100 just for those badges, and they'll go with the new owner. Like I said, the paint on this thing is pretty good. I've had the whole car color corrected. You can see the sort of shine just off the boot alone. I had the whole car color corrected because when you do any sort of paint work, if they don't color correct the car, then what you're left with is some panels looking one color in the light and some not. So this car has been color corrected from front to back. It has the relatively rare mud flaps, the HSV ones on the back, which is quite nice. Again, the new owner might decide to take those off. It's up to them really, but for me, I wanted it left as it was. The R8, of course, has the nice full leather seats, which I wanted. My wish list, and I've been waiting for quite a while, sadly, was a red manual R8 in either VY2 or VZ. And in all honesty, I'm so pleased that I bought this car, and I'm so pleased I waited for this particular one in a VY2. Reason is I like the VY2, not just because of that extra power from 260 to 285, but also I like the wheels on this, very similar to the GTS. And I personally like the VY or VY2 body kit more personally. I love the rear spoiler on these. It's I don't know, it just has more character, has more theatre, has more flair than the VZ. I think the VZ was a little bit more tamed down. Sure, it has the LS2, but for me, I don't. It's not a point scoring in terms of how fast it goes or how many horsepower it has. It's just I just love these. I just love them the way they are, and I wanted to keep it entirely 100% original, but I was forced to give in to my own temptations to upgrade the stereo. Now, I still have the factory one, of course, and it's perfect. So I've gone for an Alpine Apple CarPlay Android unit, and that actually has a reversing camera, which is very, very good. Some reversing cameras are pretty rubbish, especially aftermarket ones, but no, that one's very, very good actually. And both of these work perfectly fine. I'll go around and start it up, shall I? I think I mentioned it in the last video, it's a gem about 3 or 4 times. That hasn't changed much. Yeah, even the F1 Aero style front bumper, a lot of people didn't quite know what that was about. That's where it come from. It's derived from Formula 1. I'm not saying that it does the same job as a Formula 1 car would have done, but that's where the idea came from. So let's pop the bonnet, just show you what's in here. It's always been a well-cherished car. I didn't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear. It's just I did those few things that I wanted to make it the way I wanted to make it, if that makes any sense. So I don't take it on gravel roads, God heaven no. I'm very careful. I don't take it out in the rain. Some of you might laugh at that, that's fine. It's only because I spend hours detailing it. It's just been serviced with HSV, Holden HSV Ebbets, and they're in Hamilton. They're the new home of New Zealand HSV, I believe. Warren Fitness was done with them. I actually bought it from them. I didn't buy it privately, I bought it from them. What else can I tell you? What else can I tell you? I'll start it up, shall I? Because at the end of the day, that's what a lot of people want to hear. So there you go, that's what it sounds like. Like I said, new video because I didn't like where it was situated last because of the colour, because I'm very proud of how this car looks. I know the first actual person who's actually looking for one will buy it in a heartbeat, because why wouldn't you? It's the best one I've certainly seen out there. I know there's a few hidden away with 30,000 kilometers and stuff like that. This has done 53. It's not hugely different, but in terms of condition, this thing is a real stunner. So if you're after something to take out on a day like today, if you're after something that's going to sit in the shed under a cover and appreciate in value, that's kind of why I bought it. It was more of an investment vehicle. I've got this in a 2016 Holden Insignia VRX 2.8 V6 turbo in Phantom Black with only 9,000 Ks. Yeah, it's not a collectible car, I get that. It's just a nice performance sedan. And when I mean performance, I mean like your Audi S4 or your BMW 340. M, you know, it's that sort of thing. It's not like this, you know, this is a different kettle of fish. So anyway, if you're interested, give me a call, 0212460404. The Trade Me link I'll put in the comments for the video, and I'll make sure this video is in the Trade Me post. Other than that, price is what it is, guys and girls. This thing is an absolute stunner. So if you really are interested, do make contact, because yeah, I don't think it'll last that long. And hey, if it does, if it lasts a little while, I'm happy enough. I'm happy to take it out on a Sunday or whatever and just take it for a drive when I can. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. See you now. Bye bye.